Hi, and welcome back to the Squire's Workshop. I'm Bill. It's been a month or so since I put out a video, so I just wanted to let you all know what's been going on. A lot of rain, so that hasn't helped anything. But I've been busy otherwise. Not a lot of sawmill or anything like that, but other stuff going on. So I'll take you around and show you what we've been up to. Well, so first thing and the biggest thing is the sawmill got moved. It's now in the backyard. And put bunks out there so I can run logs onto it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but way back there I sunk a post into the ground to help pull stuff off of the trailer. It works okay. It needs to be shored up a little bit more. As we pan around here, the ash and stuff right there, that right there is mostly scrap. There's some good stuff in there, but what you see in the back is what we've been doing, or what I've been doing big time in the yard, is building some lean-tos to protect the wood. So that was the first one I built with the white roof back there. It's got a bunch of walnut, the pecan, and the hickory under it. This one here has walnut, cherry, oak, a lot of oak, and some others under it. The tarp is segmented, and then there's sections underneath of it to help keep rain from blowing through where the cuts are, but segmented so you can get into it easy and pull wood out without having to pick the whole tarp up. Just a cheap roof. It's plastic roofing, 20 bucks a pop, so that wasn't too bad. All of the wood that went into it I milled, so that was pretty cool. Actually, I'll take you back here next to the burn barrel and show you. So I had a 12-foot oak log that I made oak 2x6s out of it, and they are full dimension 2x6, and man, those suckers are heavy. And then I made some 2x4s and some 1x3-ish pieces down there. So the 2x6s are the rafters, for lack of a better term. The 2x4s are the legs, and then the 1x3s are the cross-dimensional pieces to hold the roof up. So far it's holding really good. I haven't had any problems. I'll just give you kind of an underneath shot. I don't know how well that's focusing or not, but there it is. And then everything is still stickered and drying nicely. Actually, we'll go over here just so you can see. And then this works as a skirt in between them. So far, it's been working really good. I just put the drip edge on this morning. Yes, I put it on upside down because I wanted the lip to kick the rain or the water away from up under. And it's, I don't know how well you can see or not, but it is standing off because I put some coals underneath of it to just kind of kick it off. The problem I had was that the roof, the way I had to put it on and have it put on, wasn't coming out quite far enough to hang over, and I did do that kind of intentionally, but I wanted to, because I was planning on putting the drip edge on, but this way any water that does get up there does now run off the metal, so that's good. Alright, let me pause for a sec here. Okay, so two things on the kiln. First off, I took all the oak that was in it and filled it up with walnut. And well, I tell you what, you get up to that top level there, and that's 6 feet high. I was raising them over my head, actually probably more than that. But was getting anyway, getting as much walnut in there as I could. Some of those slabs are 3 inches thick, but the majority of them are 1.5 or 2. The other thing though is I picked up a fish fry burner, little propane operated thing, so that I could get more heat in the mill, or in the kiln rather, not the mill. And that's actually helped out a lot. I wasn't getting a lot of moisture coming out of the logs, and they're all in sealed, by the way. but with that burner in there, it gets me up to about 100 degrees right now, because I don't have it on real high, but that helps pull moisture out of the logs, or the slabs rather, and should help them dry. The goal is to dry them gently so we don't crack them and split them too crazy, and then hopefully have them done by mid-January and ready to be sold. There's a lot of walnut in there. The bottom, what, 5 pieces are actually some oak that I milled up the other day, and I just put that in there as a base layer. No big deal. Okay, so more developments going on. I've been working on getting this area cleaned up. This is outside my fence, but this is technically an alley, so not a big deal. That's the scrap pile there. Got somebody supposed to come pick that up tomorrow, so that'll all go away. These are my artistic cutoffs, just odds and ends off the mill. You know, some varying thicknesses and so on and so forth. A little piece of walnut there. This is basswood that I need to get up on the mill soon. And then we'll go around my daughter's truck. And on the trailer, we have 5 cherry logs there on the top. This little one down underneath, that is walnut. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to salvage out of that. And then that is honey locust. And man, that thing smells so good. But anyway, so like this big cherry log here, it'll get cut in the middle because it's got a pretty severe curve to it, and then we'll see what we can do. Same with the one behind it. But width-wise, we're talking 14-16 inches on the butt ends. This one here, you know, has some hesitation marks where they started in with a chainsaw, but that's a nice little 8-9 foot log. Another one over there, and another one up behind it. So looking forward to getting some really good cherry slabs out of this. Another find, if you will, this big old stump, and I think it's oak, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, just a really interesting piece of wood. Down in the bottom here, there's some nodules that look like burl. It's had some fire to it. The bottom side is actually cut and looks pretty good. So it's not square by any means. So I pressure washed it and got the majority of the mud out of it because it was just packed. And the idea, I think, what we're going to do is slice it right there-ish, and then up in here somewhere, and then lay it flat with the wide side up, and put a piece of glass on it and call it a coffee table. I don't know, we'll see what develops as we cut it. But the grain structure through it is just crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of rot and there's a lot of spalting on it, but we'll get all that cleaned up and stabilized. Should be a lot of fun. I don't know how well this will focus, or if it will. Maybe not. But if you can see that grain pattern on that piece down there, that's the burl figure, and there's like 5 or 6 nodules like that. So we're hoping to get some really pretty grain out of it once we clean the bark off of it. So. And then there's the stump again. I turned my mill into a big old cookie cutter. At least that's the hope. So I got those screwed down, a piece of scrap hickory underneath of it that wasn't real pretty, and then some oak banding on both sides. The idea is I'm going to cut cookies out of this and hopefully be able to cut them about 2.5–3 inches thick and see what we get. The wood up there, those logs are cherry, so should be interesting, and that's actually going to be the next project on the mill because that's what's on the mill. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching, thanks for your time, appreciate you, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. Thanks, bye.